Hello. Welcome to the show. I am Jenny Bush, also known as the Equine Business Assistant, and I am here today to help you to improve your business. And today we are talking all about consistent clients. It's something that comes up over and over again when I start working with people because they're just like, but I feel like I get some clients and then the next month I'm like, I've got to start all over again and I don't really know what to do. So today I want to share with you like the 3 mistakes that I see happening over and over again when it comes to getting some consistency in your business and in your client base and what we can do about it. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. Feel free to send me an email, hello@jennybush.com. I am more than happy to support you on this. So let's go into the 3 mistakes that I see when it comes to having some consistency in your business. So a lot of people will tell you that if you want to have consistent clients, you just need to post consistently on social media. Whatever. Doesn't work. I don't know about you. No, in my opinion, that is not a good strategy. So when we first of all want consistent clients, and this is number 1, is that your plan is not strategic and it's not repeatable. So we need to make sure that whatever it is that you do in order to generate your consistent clients, it's something that you can do consistently over and over again. Now, there are a few things that I think are absolute gold when it comes to creating that repeatable plan. And we've got to remember, if clients are our number 1 result that we're after, if that is our goal and that is our focus, whatever it is that we do when it comes to our marketing or in how we are selling ourselves or our business or our services, needs to have that goal in mind. So when it comes to the strategies, we need to remember that this is our funnel. We need to have the numbers, the people at the top who are going to funnel down to become our clients when they're ready at the right times. So we need them to be raising their hand. We need to be putting themselves into our, what I like to imagine, your collecting ring, where you're going to keep everybody until they're ready to actually get on board and work with you. So that could be into an email list, that could be into your Facebook group, that could be following you on your Instagram, that could be into your CRM system. Whatever that looks like for you. But if you can find somewhere that's a bit of a holding pen, so that you can actually start to ask questions and nurture people and build up that relationship till the time is right for them, it's going to make a massive difference. So other repeatable strategies that I think really pay off, that I don't see many business owners doing, sadly, is asking for more referrals, because word of mouth is massive. Word of mouth is a massive, brilliant way of growing your business, and it's free a lot of the time. And actually, one word of mouth customer is already paid for. So if you can actually ask people often, do they know anybody else? Let them know that you've got spaces. Let your best clients know that you've got spaces. Could they recommend this? Could they share that with somebody else? I've got this coming up. Who could you know? Who could you bring a friend? All of those things that you could be adding into your little plan. Are you doing it? And that also brings me on to a few years ago. I mean, we're probably talking like 15 years ago, to be fair. I needed a hairdresser's appointment. I wasn't very good at going to the hair. I know my hair looks horrendous today. I've had one of those weekends, especially 2 hours on the doctor's this morning. So, so I went to the hairdressers because I needed to get my hair sorted out. And it took me a while to even find an appointment at the hairdressers because they're quite busy. And then when I did get a hairdresser appointment, she did a great job. And then I paid my money and she just said nothing. There was no, would you like to book in again? You could probably do with a touch-up in 8 weeks or whatever. None of that. I never went back to that hairdresser's. Partly because I just forgot. And the other one was kind of like, well, actually, I didn't feel that they wanted me enough. So are you doing yourself out of business by your own fear? And a lot of the time, this is what it is. Like, I can't ask them to book in again. I can't tell them that is that stopping you? So even if you think, well, actually, they're not ready now to book in again, but you could say, I recommend that you have your next session 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 months. You could write down the date on a little card for them and say November. And then you could write the date down for you in your diary or something. So you actually go back to these people, which then brings me on to mistake number 2. So mistake number 2 is actually waiting on them to come to you. Now, if you haven't got consistency in clients, you can't afford that luxury. Yeah, you can't afford that luxury. You have to go out there and you have to put your leg on a little bit. So if you don't have that consistency in clients, you need to be working out, okay, who is an ideal client and who do I need to talk to today? And who can I follow up with? And again, this comes down to some situations that I've had before when I've wanted to go to my next level of like my BHS stages or whatever. And I've asked people, have you got anything on? Oh no, we haven't got anything at the moment, Jenny, for that. So okay, so that's great, but then I don't hear anything back for them. Or I'll go and say, can you do this for me? Oh yeah. Can you let me know what the best plan is? And they don't come back to me. And I am not lying. And that's partly another reason I've got so many excuses on why I haven't finished my. But I honestly did email places that I was told would be really good for me and said what I was looking to do, and they were like, yeah, that's great, and they never came back to me with any opportunities. So it could be that actually you need to put your leg on. So you might need to get better CRM system, and a CRM system is basically a customer relationship management system. So it's like, how do you track people? Is there somewhere you can put them and you can add a tag and say they contacted me asking about this? So even if you're not a good fit at the moment, if you've got something coming up down the line, you could go back to them. And this will also filter down into your word of mouth. There's nothing better than somebody coming back to you and going, we had a little chat a while ago and I've just remembered you. I remembered that you actually need some support. I remembered that you're asking on this. So you're still interested in that. And you can do that by email. You can do that by direct message. You can pick up the phone and call people. There's so many ways that you can, get in touch with people and actually grow your business that way. But a lot of the time we go, oh, I can't do it because I'm scared of getting rejected. And if that's you, can I just tell you that's totally normal. I once went to, when I was probably about 18 at the time and I wanted to earn a bit more money. So I signed up to do Avon. Can you imagine? I was a terrible Avon lady. I put all the books around in the doors and then I didn't want to go and knock on the doors because I didn't want to knock on the doors to get the books back. And so I never went back for the books, and it's the most ridiculous thing ever. But it's a true story. So I was also there where I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. So you probably, if that's you probably just need some strategies, some tactics that you think, okay, I could do that little thing and work it up. You might need some mindset work. So that's where I help people, because it's like, okay, what we worried of, we talk through the fears, we get them to a place where they're like, oh, actually, that's all right, isn't it? I can do that. So that could be how I could help you as well. So that, don't wait on clients. And again, I see it a lot of the time. So I say to people, why haven't you got a client yet on that? Well, I put the social media post out and nobody responded. It's like, okay. And when I go and look, it's like, well, there was no call to action. So they didn't know how to respond. And sometimes we're very limited with social media, very limited on who gets to see it. Because in order for somebody to see your post, it has to be, the algorithm has to push it in front of them. They have to be on it at the right time, the right place. There's a whole number of reasons why people didn't see it. So again, if you've got something coming up and you've put your post out and you just think, going, who else would I know? Like, who's had this before that might know somebody that I could say, you did this, it was really, really good. Is there anybody you know? Is there anybody I can send this to and go, this is important? So again, please don't wait on them. You can't just build it and they will come. It's a lovely idea. It doesn't work. And I've made that mistake so often. And again, I did the same with my previous business, Bespoken For, is that I put magazines, I put ads in magazines, and then I'd have my website there and I'd just sit there and I'd wait for it. And I didn't get a lot of work that way. I did get some work from people who knew what I was doing and they passed me on to their friends, but I didn't actually have a strategy to make that a repeatable tactic that I use, which then also brings me on to number 3, which is just the shiny objects, hit and miss tactics. It's like, I'm going to do a reel, I'm going to do a story, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it's like, and you just keep like, oh, this person on Instagram said this, and this person said that, and this person said this. And it's like, no, we need to make sure that we are like super focused. This is what I'm trying. I need to make sure that it works before I move on to something else. I need to see if it's something I can improve. And actually, going through all of the specific tactics for you. And you have to remember, what works for one business doesn't always work for the others. So we need to make sure that it is something that's really, really useful for all of those things. So I hope that you found this useful. If, of course, you need any help, I am here to help you. You can find me at jennybush.com or look me up on Instagram or Facebook at the Equine Business Assistant. And of course, head to Facebook and get into the Equestrian Business Support Network, where I've got lots of things that will help you. But thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.